Why home sales bounce back after presidential elections. I'm Mike Quail with eXp Realty here in Danvers. So with the presidential elections behind us all, you might be wondering what impact, if any, it had on the housing market. Well, let's break it down. In any given year, home sales, they always slow down slightly in the fall, right? And that's typical. We're seeing that right now as we speak. So, however, according to data from BTIG, in an election year, there's usually a slightly larger dip in home sales in the month leading up to election day. Okay, so why? Well, it's uncertainty, right? When people are confused, they don't do anything. So many consumers are holding off, and they're holding off from making major decisions, such as a big purchase like a home, until they see how the election plays out. So it's a pattern that's shown up time and time again, and it's particularly apparent for buyers and sellers in the housing market. So this year's no different. A recent survey from Redfin found out that 23% of potential first-time home buyers said they would wait until after the election to buy. That's nearly a quarter of first-time buyers hitting the pause button, and likely that's just due to the same feelings of uncertainty that happens every time we have an election. So the good news in these delayed sales, they're not lost forever, they're just postponed. Okay, so what happens is home sales tend to rebound and go up after the election's over. In fact, home sales actually increased 82% of the time the year after the election. And that's because once the election dust settles, buyers and sellers have a sense of what's ahead and generally feel more confident about moving forward with their decisions. And that leads to a boost in home sales. So what should we expect in 2025? So if history is any indicator, that means that more homes will sell next year, and based upon the latest forecast, that's exactly what you should expect. So basically what we're on pace to is to sell a total of $4.6 million homes this year, and the projection is for $5.2 million in sales next year. And that aligns with the typical pattern of post-election rebounds. Okay, so while it might feel like the market is slowing down right now, it's more of a temporary dip rather than a long-term trend, as it's been the case before. So once the election uncertainty passes, buyers and sellers will return to the market. So bottom line, it's important to remember that while election years often bring a short-term slowdown in the housing market, the pause is usually temporary. Those sales are not lost, and data shows home sales typically pick up the year after a presidential election. And current forecasts indicate 2025. It'll be no different, okay? So if you're waiting for a clearer picture before making a move, just know the market is expected to pick up speed in the months ahead. All right, guys, that's all for now.